Hello and welcome everybody. This is Mechanical Gamer here, and welcome to American Truck Simulator. And we're going to start ourselves a new business on this, of course, and we're going to do a little bit of run through. This is not going to be one of my normals, so we'll be playing it here and there, maybe an hour or two at most. But as the loads and the hauls get bigger and further, we'll do more. But we're also going to go a little bit over the business aspect of this and how to run that as we get further. Yes, so we're going to get started. So let's get started here. We're going to be a male character. We'll name him Mike. Mechanic. Just to be fun. Got here. That worked. Yeah, we'll do this like Sid Meier almost looking guy. His dream truck. Make that a Mack. Have some other color than gray though. Actually, let's do this one. This one looks really nice. We'll have the eagle for shipping. We'll call it a name for the state we're going to go for. Let's take a look at things here. So I think I'm going to start in California for this one. So we'll call it Golden State Shipping. Actually, Golden State Logistics. Yeah, it's too long. Wow. Golden Logistics. And we're going to create. So we will now hit our continue career to get started. We're going to be using controls. Do a simple automatic, that way we don't have a problem with that. I'm probably going to have to adjust these later, but we'll figure that out in time. Okay, so here's the thing. We could start in any of these cities. We have any of the big cities. Small ones we can't do nothing for. But the ones that you see, these big lights, we can start in any of those. And as you can see, we do have the complete map. We're still waiting for this guy to come out. Iowa should be the next one coming out. Maybe Louisiana not long after. We will be a... What do I want? Sacramento as our start. I don't need a tutorial. I've played this enough that I don't need it. All right, so we're going to be building ourselves a transportation company hub in Sacramento, California. And it's going to give me the tutorial anyway. How nice. Onto the main thoroughfare here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some controller adjustments. I have to take my finger off the joystick, the steering joystick, to off of the steering joystick to do anything, so that's a problem. Especially when you're trying to turn, when you're having to turn while driving. I really prefer that to be on the bumpers, so I'm going to have to make some adjustments here. I'll show you guys how to do that. So that you can set your own gains up in your own pads your own way. Alright, since I'm not playing with the wheel, I'm playing with an Xbox controller. So let's go put it right where they want it. Yep, see what I mean? It's all sorts of funny things. On it in the back, how nice. Alright, we gotta take care of this controller problem because did they give me a truck? If that's the case, then I'm gonna have to start this over. Okay, so no, they didn't. So they just gave us a small tutorial, so we're gonna go into our options real quick here. We're gonna go over to controls. Where's the gameplay? Where is it? Oh, it is right here, so. It's not. This polar axis, steering. Don't need to change any of that. Gotta be, that's the problem. So yeah, controller's kind of screwed up. Kind of figuring that might be. We're gonna enable a few things. We're gonna do full own info for time. Detours, we're gonna bring this down to 20%. Make it a little bit more realistic. This one too. Now we'll leave those all off. We're not going to make it any harder than it needs. Aha. This is where we want to be. Start and stop engine. The joystick, this one. This is our, we want to set our secondaries up with the joystick. Parking brake. Yeah, hold, that sounds right. Wipers. Left turn indicator. No, just left button. We're going to find the T key over in this column over here. We're going to make this hold Y. All right, and now we're going to get started. So we're going to look for our first job. Actually, let's take a look and see what we have in the mail. We'll do our first job, actually. Then we'll see what we have in the mail. So right now we're in Sacramento. That's where we're starting. We got a couple things to select from here. That's a new way to get the Carsons. I say let's skip in California for now, so and we're gonna want to get that truck as soon as we can, because having our own vehicle, guys, whether it be cheap or expensive, don't matter what it is, it's going to allow for us to be more diverse in our shipping. Okay, pause. Some adjustments are still needed. This one, actually, this one, put that one there. Okay, so we're going to have to use the controller for all of this because it's causing issues when we don't. I'm wondering if this controller's got some issues. I can't seem to select the left bumper. Plug it and re-plug it back in. Kick the mouse over upside down to see if that fixes it. One is it on the back of the computer? That doesn't work. I'm gonna have to run and grab the other controller out of my living room. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna do that. Right back. Alright, let's see if it's a controller. Not the controller. Pick something else. Unplug the cable. Try this port. See if that's the issue. Could be the cable. I'm gonna go grab my other cable. have a look here. Get me off the cable. It should never have that kind of an issue. I mean, these Xbox controllers, they are a couple years old, but they're not that old. Okay, so this is a really interesting problem. Let's just do a reset to default. And we'll program the ones that we know we need. Down. Hold. As it up. Horn will be this joystick. Air horn. Left joystick. Beacon will be hold. So hold the up to get that one going. Differential lock will keep on the what's it called? Wipers. Have that one be left. Start stop engine will be right. Throttle. So there's the problem. So we're gonna have to do a controller wizard because it's not letting us set what we want. And I don't like that idea of having forward and back. Left. Okay, so advanced setup, we're going to come into here. So that should have assigned the keys. So where's this left button being used? Not using that, so they'll be over there. A turn. This is becoming more of a headache than I'd like it to be. Yeah, 'cause I don't want to take my hands off the key, so we know the key works. We just got to find out what is causing it to not want to work. Is it in the controls section? Is that the problem? Look it up. Let's see what other people have said. Modifier section. Okay. There it is. That's the issue. So we don't want that. Goodbye. Yeah, goodbye to that. All right, there was the problem. Because we got quite the drive ahead of us, guys. And like I said, we're going to want to try to get that truck as quickly as we can. It's not going to be a good truck. Probably won't be good enough for hauling over the Sierras, but it's a start. Another thing I want to deal with. Zoom. Okay. Okay. So tilt is good. There we go. A little bit better. Well, let's try not to get a ticket because we don't have the money to pay for those. And we're going to pause real quick here because we need to add a mod. Save. Save the game. We're going to go system. Title screen, yes. So we're going to activate our realism mod here. Confirm changes. Continue. Hopefully this didn't reset the mission, but if it did, it did. Did. What it did though was change our job to UPS. Okay, so now we're just waiting on the light here at Fruit Ridge and Florin Perkins. Trying to get over to the interstate. Gas looks good. We don't have to worry about sleep right now because we don't own our own vehicle. So South Lake Tahoe, that's a beautiful area there. Those of you who live out west, you know all about it. Those of you who don't, then I would say, yeah, do pay it a visit. Do not be surprised when you see the crowds. Lake Tahoe gets close to 15 million visitors per year. Highway 50. Yes, sir, you're going to have to wait because I think we need to get off onto I-5. We want LA. Fresno is to the south of Sacramento. Yeah, we can stay in this lane. We'll switch when we get on the intersection. I gotta fix that. Cruise control, I don't know what button it is. With my X key. Not. Take a look. I can pause real quick. Go find that in my options space. Speed, this is X. Okay, so California kind of stinks in the sense they have a 55-mile-an-hour speed limit for trucks. And yes, for those of you who've never been there, that is a thing. They also don't like you riding in the fast lane. They like you to be in the lane that we're in here. When you go to California and you're driving your regular car, say you're heading up over the Sierras to Reno, or you're heading on down the I-5 corridor, it's best to be in the, not to be in the rightmost lane, because it will most likely have ruts in it, and it's a noisy drive all the way while you're in that lane, because it's torn up by all the trucks that use that particular section of road. Now, yes, we could speed, but like I said, we're trying to avoid any tickets right now. We don't really have a lot of money to deal with that, so we don't want to risk that. Plus, these jobs, they don't have a high enough reward to risk that. We don't have enough unlocked. And yes, just in case you're wondering, some of the first things we're going to unlock are distance. Then we'll start unlocking the chemical transport, because chemicals do pay a lot. But we'll probably unlock the first two distance ones. Probably a distance, a chemical, then the next distance, and then the rest of the chemicals after that. So we're into Stockton now. It might give us the alarm that we found Stockton, but as we're passing through, most likely not. Considering that Stockton is actually over there. One of the things the game messed up, there is actually a downtown area for Stockton that is visible from the I-5 corridor as you come up upon it. And there's a relatively decent amount of tall buildings. Okay, we need to get over. And we're gonna need to be braking because that corner there is too sharp for 55 miles an hour. You keep that in mind as you play. You can roll your truck. So this is Manteca. The 120 is a transfer highway from the I-5 to the State 99 route, or US 99 rather. Because 99 does go all the way from LA up to Seattle. We're transferring over to that because we're heading to Fresno. Fresno is on Route 99. Get back up to about 60, so you could do about 5 over. And then the cops won't bug you. 59, that should be good enough. Well, we hit Modesto. We see this sign talking about Kansas here. We have that pack, so it's like, yeah, we will eventually be exploring out that way. Especially when we start doing our long hauls. Some of those might be here from California all the way out to places like Arkansas and Missouri, but it's going to get even more interesting when Illinois comes out. I'm kind of glad to see that they're going to bring in the upper Midwest states so that they can complete the I-90 and I-94 corridors. Those are, in my opinion, required to have a balanced map if I want to say transport goods from Chicago to Seattle. I don't want to have to drive down the I-80 corridor for a long distance if I can help it for any lengthy period of time. I'd rather just transfer on over to the I-5, or excuse me, take the 90 corridor on over because it goes all the way to Seattle from there. Alright, so we are coming up on our destination in 85 miles. And yes, guys, California is beautiful like this. Very expensive place to live, so unless you are making decent money, it's not worth being there. Their taxes are outrageously high. But California is, and for those of you who don't believe it, don't think this is true, might want to believe it, look it up. It's what we call a donor state. California, on average, pays more in taxes to the federal government than what it receives back from the federal government. On average, if I remember correctly, for every dollar they put in, they get about 55 to 60 cents back. Most of that funding, well, pre-recent, was sent over to help run schools and things of that like in other states. Know that money's going to go where it's supposed to go now, where it's supposed to be going now that the DOE is being cut. by the way, in my opinion, I don't think that's I don't think that's a wise decision, because that was what the Department of Education's job actually was. It wasn't about regulating what the schools taught as much as it was about making sure that our states are putting the money that they allocate for education where it belongs. So there's a lot of people that might be, particularly in some of these more red areas where they really value that, they want their education, they want their kids to be educated. They're going to find out, they're going to be waking up to find out that their states don't really have the financial institutions available to facilitate that without either one, raising taxes, or two, pleading to the federal government for funds. And trust me, that is going to happen. States like California, where they do get a good chunk of their funding for their education from the feds, can, if they really needed to, they have the resources available to fund their own education system. California has 40 million people. There are more people in the state of California than there are within the entire country of Canada. And by itself, California is one of the largest economies on the planet. I mean, those of you who are in Texas think, yeah, our economy is big in Texas. We're worth 2.7 trillion or something like that. I think it's like 2.1, actually 2.2. Well, California is worth 4.1 approximately. You know, you look at the US GDP, California is easily almost a full sixth of that. And it is home to several multi-billion / multi-trillion dollar companies. I'm actually going to elaborate on a few of the companies that are here. They're headquartered here, that are big, that you might know of. Apple being one of them, Nvidia is another, and of course Meta, or Facebook, is also headquartered here. But Google also has headquarters in California, primary world headquarters in Santa Clara. So that one city, Santa Clara, San Jose, that area really, that's business central. You've got Intel headquartered there. You've got AMD. They've got a major setups there. You've got, like I said, you've got Nvidia. You've got Apple, you've got Google, you've got, what else is over there? Adobe's there. It's a tech capital. You think, because these are some of the richest companies in the world. Amazon's not headquartered there. They're up out of Seattle, if I remember correctly, but that's also where Microsoft is, another large company. We're in Fresno, we're up to our shipping. We found the Mack truck dealership, wow. I wonder if it's going to let me discover that. Discover recruitment agency. And the truck dealer, perfect. So we're going to be grabbing a new truck here, see if we can afford it. See what they'll give us, what the bank will loan us. And we're going to want to pay that off as soon as we can too, by the way. But our little starter loan that'll get us into a truck means we'll be able to free roam a little bit, and we'll be able to take jobs just about anywhere. If they're available, basically we just pick up the trailer and go. Gates are up, on light. less than a mile away from our destination. So I will say, I would never want to live in this area, Fresno. It is a furnace. Not super humid, but they do have enough humidity to make it almost unbearably uncomfortable. Hear that? Okay, so I need to go into my thing. I need to set my A key. Enter key, huh? Take picture. Activate. See where they want it. They want it there. I think we can manage that. So we're gonna swing out wide. Want it down there, okay. I see where they want it now. Okay. Okay, I gotta switch that. Take care of that real quick. So, E key, that one. Well, at least we're getting these all solved. The next time I come in here, it's not that bad. Why key assign anything? Yeah, it's gonna get changed. I personally don't care about that. For this to be the Y key. Okay, so here we go. And we did make level 2 with that. Perfect. Like I said, so let's take a look here. So right now, delivers up to 400 miles, pay 5% more with this. Grab long range 1, like I said, we're going to do that. So our truck dealers that we know of a international dealer in Modesto, and we know the Fresno dealer. Got a couple used trucks here too. We could definitely use them, but we're gonna try to keep it new. So the go take a look at our services. We're going to go to the bank. They will offer. So the most they're going to give us is 100K. 130K. So we should probably go to one of these dealers real quick. Let's try the Mac dealer because that's what we want. And let's see what they're going to cost, the new one costs. So we may not be able to buy right now as we are our level's listed price is 119. So right now we only got these two available to us. The cobalt blue one is more appealing, 100 gallon tank, 144 gallon. White one actually, so customize the config. Now we're kind of stuck with the basics of the basic. But we could paint it that cobalt blue. Let's go get the money for this. We're gonna go pull out about 120K to buy it. Make it, yeah, no, just 120. So we don't have a whole crap ton of money. Can't really afford something custom, so go with the cobalt blue for this one. Other customizers, see what it would cost. Yeah, we're gonna want the better transmission. And if we have a better engine, we're probably gonna do that as well. That's the engine that we've got. That's the only thing that's better. So yeah, here this is all looking okay. Purchase. Okay, so now we've got ourselves a truck. We're going to want to try to deal with those loans as quickly as we can. They are a problem, guys. All right. So, now that we got our first rig, we basically only got $5 grand too, so we got to be careful of that. We've by doing that, we've also unlocked our headquarters. And we are, of course, back in Sacramento. If I remember correctly, that's where it should have dropped us, is in Sacktown. It did, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna hit this company up right here, Kiva, see what they've got going on. See if they can put us to work. probably should find out what this question mark is. Oh, well. I guess we won't be buying from the Mac dealer down there. We've got the Mac dealer up here at SAC as well. Well, let's take a look at SIVA and see what they've got available. See if they got something that's worth our bite. Okay, so let's take a look here. Yes, they do. They got this to Reno, Nevada, this double trailer. That's worth our bite. And I think we'll give it a try. We'll see if we can pull that over the mountain. Yes, when you have an object this big, take it wide, guys. Be safe, not sorry. This guy might be able to handle a trip over the Sierra. And then, of course, when we get up there, we'll see about a job from that location. Reno, Nevada is a beautiful area. I know it well. Yeah, let's have a look-see here. So I'm at this light waiting. Settings over. Okay, there's nothing I can do about it. It is a bit glitchy, is what I'm seeing, and I'm not liking it. I'll have to deal with that at a later time. Alright, waiting on the light. Might just have to upgrade the video card to do this one, but that's costly. And here we go. I-80 up to Reno. where we find out just how much power the cheapest truck we can buy has. We're definitely not going to be speeding in this thing. We'll get over into the middle lane because that lane disappears. Set. Now here's the question, can we make it up over the mountain? All in this double trailer. Big H is hazardous. Not worried about it. As long as we don't get cut off. Oh, we got an CHP coming in. It is going to be a fight all the way up the hill. It's going to be a real fight all the way up the hill. This truck really isn't designed to take this kind of a load. We have the wrong transmission with the engine. F key, that's what we're going to do. We're going to hit that E-flasher. Let people know that, yes, we are struggling to get up this mountain. Loans back at a decent rate, but at the same time we also need to focus on upgrading our truck. Managed to get it back in line. So this is like one of those things that's a barely possible thing. But yes, we can technically get up over the mountain to Reno by the looks of it. And I think we're coming up on the Truckee exit. No, we're nowhere near Truckee. I know that because it says it's 147 miles, but technically I think this load is actually going to a place that's really known as Fernley, or USA Parkway, where the Tesla Gigafactory is. So yes, we probably are at the top of the mountain. Probably nearing Truckee. Yeah, we're near Truckee. Donner Summit right outside Truckee. So those of you who've heard about the Donner Party, yeah, this is where it happened, guys. Of course, they're missing the lake. There's actually a lake right here off after Donner Summit. Okay, we're gonna go around the steel coil, dude. Well, they mention it at least. If we're in the Truckee now. We're now getting through Truckee. We're coming down into Nevada. Now, for those of you who've never been up here, Truckee's about 30 miles outside Reno. That's how you up here yet tells you, yeah, that from the Reno area, so that's why I know it so well. All right. Like, theoretically, we could make a dual trailer load up over the mountain to Reno from Sacramento, and vice versa. If we can do it that way, then we can also do it this way. Then we can also do it going back. Of course, now we got to worry about sleep. There it is, Nevada line, state line. So you cross this line, you're in Verdi. Basically an outskirts suburb of Reno. Technically there's actually a casino over here. Good food there, rather kind of out of the way. That's why I don't drive over there to get food. 53 miles from our destination, so we're going through Reno, Mars to get to it. So our speed limit has changed from 55 to 65 crossing into Nevada. Push the pedal to the metal. Quickly as we can. They don't mention the University of Nevada, which is off to our left in real life. This tunnel's also wrong. Or square. Our destination is right up here on the right. We're gonna have to get off the highway. So our destination is in a city called Sparks. Okay, we're coming into that now. Why is it you guys want me to go this way? Let me take a look at the map. That's because it's probably that's weird. Go the way they tell us. Real life, this is Pyramid Highway. This goes out to Pyramid Lake. Actually, a light. Not a stop sign. So this building in front of us, that's been torn down as of this year. So this building that you see in front of us no longer exists. That's the old Sparks train station, or a train yard depot, then yeah, it's no longer there. Which it should be, since where its location. We're on Nugget Avenue now. I don't know if that's what the game calls it, but that is technically what we're on. Got a kitty, huh? critique this all day long. Nope, there's no Toyota dealer here. But, you know, the game only has so much space, so I'm going to give them a free license there. Because there are car dealers in and around the Nugget, just on the other side of the freeway from the Nugget. Victorian Avenue. This Leonard construction site's where we're heading. They probably don't have anything that we could ship. Not with this truck and its current setup. Not enough power behind the engine of this guy to do anything heavy. Especially from Reno, it's just all surrounded, which by the way is all surrounded by mountains. Unless we're shipping it to Winnemucca, we're not taking it. Because yeah, it's very much like in real life. They did get that right. It's mostly flat driving from here to Winnemucca. Where we at to Winnemucca, that'd be perfect. Where do you guys want it? Right here. Okay, let's see what we can do about that. Oh, looks like we got it close enough for their liking. Perfect. To the offers. We're gonna take a flammable one now. This company has nothing that we could take. They know we can't haul it. They're not even gonna give it to us. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go hit up the Walmart. They got shipped, and if they don't, the Toyota. But did we get the Reno Discovery? We should have gotten that in Reno. Yeah, we did. So we got a couple stores. We got a Napa. We've got Dollar General. We got Toyota and the Walmart. One of these guys is going to get something. Keep that in mind, guys. You want to keep producing. Constant shipping. Can help it, not an empty load. Like I said, we want to try to go for the biggest ones that we can get, that we know we can handle. Guys got in the freight market. Maersk container that's going there. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to take a look at my job market thing for the first time. So I'm actually going to hit my pause button. Jobs. Freight market. We're going to sort by destination. We're not going to sort by destination. We're going to sort by origin. Put Reno in there. It looks like we're going to Oregon. Oh yes, we are going to Oregon. We're not going to pass up that opportunity. $10,000. That basically can kill the small loans. And it will be our last job of the evening. I don't know why it wants us to go all that way, probably to avoid the lights or something, but we are... Oh. We're just going to take back roads to get to that. We are speeding like a demon. We need to be careful. We don't have a whole lot of money in bank. We shouldn't be speeding that much anywhere. And that right there is why. But keep that in mind, guys. You really don't want to, in the beginning of this, probably like level 15 or higher, leave an area without taking a ship. A little fast. Now we could have waited to do this, but we'd be lucky if we were able to get $4 grand for the same shipment. That's why we did the upgrade when we did. Got the truck. You make more, you can... Get that. So we are gonna have the one. We'll do that on the way up. Take the lights on. This is the bit of mountain driving shouldn't be as severe as coming up from Zipac. Go. 580 north. All right, so we've got 7-hour trip ahead of us, 314 miles. Like you said. So I gotta put have that set. I am gonna set this that as a hold. This is no longer interstate, guys, just so you know. Called US 395. 580 only goes from Carson. Stops at the 580. Oh, there they are. Yes, guys, California does actually do this. That guy there almost got himself clipped. Perfect timing. Have another rest stop after this. Actually, no, let's take this. Better to be safe than sorry. Okay, so we need to assign that key apparently. The I'd be till 7 a.m. And maybe we'll get lucky if we don't have to go all the way get gas. Something tells me we're not going to be that fortunate. Right on my butt. Lost a little bit of money on this trip because headlight. Make sure that is actually a sign so I can actually. mountains on this route that are high. So you're going up slowly, and this truck can handle that, any load. Later on, we'll have better transmissions. Actually, we'll have a better truck. That end there. Can't speed right now. That's pop right on there. Coming into Pleasantville. We're not gonna pop off to get to the mid. Tourists, actually. Yes, we know that an officer all behind us. They're going to do everything we abiding citizen. Even then, we got to continue it. Punch it down. dead sellout for California, guys. Up by a border. Speaking of borders, yep, there she is. Now in Oregon. Miles from our destination. Yep, we didn't need to fuel up. That's a good thing we did. We do need to fuel up in Medford. Got our turn coming here to cut across. Also, just so you know, this is a DLC in the game. You buy the game regular, you get one state free, and if it's this one or if it's Arizona, I believe it's Arizona. I'd actually have to look that up. What are they thinking? That's something that's got to get fixed, guys. Maybe it won't. I need to focus on driving. Yeah, it's either this one or it's Arizona. Where you get to choose, I don't remember. played this one at some point, a long time ago. Probably 3, 4 years ago when I started playing. When I started, I think they just came out with Colorado 2 weeks after I started playing ATS. Something about how long they've had some of the DLCs out. Not only that, the game's a lot older than my time behind the wheel in this. I was still in college when this game released, so I didn't have time back then to play games. Down toward the Bedford area now. That was a cop. I think we hit the brake just in time. Oh, and there's our destiny. Okay, there's a Peterbilt dealer up here. Perfect. We'll head over there and see about upgrades, see if we have anything available that we can actually afford. There, we'll put it there. And we put ourselves on the tier 3. Level 3, I should say. Company offers, please. Take another long distance. No, we won't take that one. That dealership and see about upgrades, see if anything we can upgrade. And And then, of course, we're going to get ready to call it a night here, guys. It is now that time. Let's go and check that, and then we'll see what jobs there are available in the Medford area that pay well. Now that we have a little bit more range added to them. But we're going to do two things there. We're going to fuel up, and then we're going to hit that gear. So, yes, we're running low on fuel. Okay, so screw that up. Actually, want to go back. Yeah. By the Walmart there, that's how we get down there. Never had to deal with Medford before, so. See, we also came across down right here too. Also came across Interstate 5, heading back north, heading north south. So we can get that, use that to get back down to Sac, but like I said, we don't know where we're going yet until we see what jobs are available. So truck stop first. And the pop that. Probably gonna cost us. For 60. There is a repair shop right here, so we can customize our vehicle. Take a look and see what we got. Oh, we got some powerful engines. Oh. Got a better transmission. Aha. Chassis. Told to pay 32. We're gonna have to live without one. Funds to 27. for the order. Yes, we don't have a whole crap ton of money. The engine. Nothing's damaged. Let's take a look and see what Medford's packages are. So these are coming to Medford. We think about those. We want something that... So this is actually very tame edition. Just to go 3 hours and 26 minutes. See what else do they have here. So yeah, this roof shingles is a good one. Also, Olympia is a good one. San Jose is even better. We're gonna set this as our GPS, and we'll be dealing with that the next time. Then, well, that is it for tonight, guys. It's been fun. I hope you all enjoyed watching this. We'll be doing. So next time.